Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Julie of Julie's Plans, and in today's video I am going to be planning the month of October. I'm excited for this time of year. Fall is my absolute favorite, in case you guys don't know already. And yeah, I'm ready to dive in. I was hoping to get this video up a little bit earlier, but this week didn't exactly go as planned, so this will be going up later than I had hoped to, but nonetheless, we're still just going to move forward. So when I plan my month, I plan the notes page before the monthly quote page in my Erin Condren Life Planner. I do use an hourly Erin Condren Life Planner, and I plan the notes page, and obviously do nothing with this page because it's already done for you. And I use this page for sort of like memory keeping, and I use this dashboard page in a pretty basic format. I use the birthday section for birthdays. I've kind of been drawing out a habit tracker here, a quote here, and then just some basic monthly goals there. And then of course I use the monthly view for a monthly view. So let's go ahead and get started. On this page, I typically use the Erin Condren Monthly Collection Sticker Book Edition 4. It's great because it pretty much has everything you need on one page. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that, and then I will come back and tell you guys what I did. Okay, so here's sort of a basic view of how I set it up. It's kind of hard to see on these darker stickers here, but I just keep kind of like a running to-do list here, and then I have some home tasks over here that I like to take care of like on a monthly basis as much as possible. So I have like change out my air filters, clean out the fridge, clean out the freezer, reorganize the pantry, dust the ceiling fans and the baseboards. And those are just things that I definitely like to do once a month. So I try to keep those there. And as things sort of pop in my head that need to get done for the month, if I remember, I write them over here on this list. On this side, there's not much going on other than some fun decorative parts to it, but it kind of just makes the page a little bit more fun to look at. So moving on to the next section, like I said, this page is strictly for memories. I'll go ahead and show you my September view. I do love to use this section just to share pictures of highlights from the month. So like for the month of September, it was our son's birthday. I had a really fun lunch with some girlfriends. And then of course, this whole half is my visit to New York to the Sugary Gal Shop New York Planner Conference. It was super fun. I got to be a speaker there. There's a photo that was taken of me. That was a lot of fun and just a great time with friends and getting to travel. So that was pretty cool. So I am loving using this page for that, and I'm going to continue to do that. So obviously there's nothing for me to put here right now. So we're just going to leave that there. On to this next page, the dashboard page. I think that's what it's called. I'm not even entirely sure. I did want to go back and mention something. I do get asked a lot of questions on what I use to print my photos for my memory keeping page, and I use a HP Sprocket. It's probably not the best one out there. I believe I have seen people say that the Canon Ivy actually prints a little bit better, but until this thing dies, it's working fine for me. Sometimes I'll lighten the photos on my phone before I print, but other than that, it's a great option and it's portable. I'll bring it with me sometimes when I do travel so that I don't forget to print the photos, but if that doesn't happen, I actually do schedule time at the end of the month. Like I just printed most of these this morning. I will actually make it a task during the last week of the month to go ahead and print the photos that I want printed that I'm going to use for here. So I do recommend getting a nice portable printer. The refill sheets on here can easily be found on Amazon. Yeah, super easy and functional to use for planning if you want to include memory keeping in your planner. Okay, so moving back to this dashboard page, I have a pretty like cut and dry system for how I use it. I use this one for birthdays, pretty much put my big goals for the month. Sometimes I'll put a quote in here, sometimes it stays blank, and then I do keep like a bit of a habit tracker down here for things that I want to do weekly as far as weekly tasks, such as cleaning our mail basket out. We kind of just have a basket on our kitchen counter where all of the mail sort of gets dumped. We do open it, but sometimes things don't get addressed right away, and it gives us a chance to purge the things that we no longer need. Meal plan and prep, and having a phone or tech-free family time evening type of thing. And then weekly, of course, I need to groom my dogs because their nails kind of drive me nuts, and we need to remember to bathe them. We don't really bathe them weekly. It's more like every other week or sometimes once a month. It just depends on the weather and what they've gotten into, to be quite honest. So, but for the most part, weekly is definitely their nails. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is start putting down my birthdays and my monthly goals. Okay, so I have all of my birthdays in, and my big monthly goals for the month of October are to walk 30 miles, put our house in Missouri on the market. I kind of talked about it briefly on Instagram, and I think a lot of people thought that we were moving. We are not moving, but we were stationed in Missouri for a short period of time, and we have a house there, and we're hoping to finally be able to sell it. I would also like to lose 10 pounds. That would be fantastic. We will see how that goes. And then I would like to read 2 books. I have somehow acquired a very large stack of books. I mean, you guys are awesome and always recommending things, whether it's here on YouTube or on Instagram, but I'm a little bit behind and my stack of books is getting fairly large. So this month, I'd like to at least accomplish reading 2 of those. So next up, I'm gonna start on my chart on the bottom. And again, it's gonna pretty much be exactly what I've done before for the month of September. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. So that's everything for that weekly task section. I don't really decorate this section at all. Like I've said before, I feel like it's already pretty colorful, especially in the colorful version of this planner, so I don't really add too much more to it. I did not pick a quote yet for the month, but I'll add it as it gets closer. Sometimes I just kind of peruse Instagram or Pinterest for something that I feel inspired by, and I will put it in there. And before I forget to mention, I am using the Erin Condren, the gold metal ruler that did come in the seasonal surprise box for the fall box, and it is actually now available on the website to purchase separately, so that's pretty awesome. I really like it. I use it in my petite planner almost daily, so it's also nice for planning because it's a good size. It's like perfect to go right across the size of this page on the life planner as well. So moving on to the month view. Now, because I don't use kits in my month view, I typically stick to using the freebies that you get with your Planner Kate order. And I'll also occasionally just use leftover stickers. I keep like the sheets from kits that haven't been used before, and I will use those in my planner just because I don't want them to go to waste, and it's great for the month view, so that's what I will normally do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and I'm just gonna kind of speed it up because I don't really feel like I need to talk through every single thing, but I will go over it once I am done. Okay, so this is probably like the most unfilled in monthly view I've had in a really long time. I kind of, as I was filling things in, was really thinking about if I wanted to put every single day that there was practice for my son for cross country, and I just decided to kind of leave it out for right now because it really is every single day, and I'm just not sure that I want to do that. So I just put like the big things like church and football and payday and actual events coming up. Like we have a local meetup coming up on one of the Saturdays in October. I have a doctor's appointment at the end of October. There's a couple of other appointments. As the month moves forward, I will add in like the days that my daughter works, any cross-country meetups that come up. I know that we'll be getting the schedule very soon. In fact, I think that there's actually one next week. I just have to actually look at the schedule and make sure that it hasn't changed. But for the most part, I just put like the big things that I need to reference when I plan out my weeks so that I am aware that these things are coming up. And it's not even October yet, so there's probably gonna be a lot more that gets added to this. So that is everything for this plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate your support. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.